I know what you're going to say. I don't wear linen. It makes me look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards and twice as big as I actually am. And do you know what? I used to agree with you, and we can get linen wrong. And that's because so much linen is loose and oversized, and really our bodies need more structure than that. But does this look like I'm twice as big as I actually am? No. So we can buy linen that does work for us. Now, as we get older, we over 50s, we naturally lose what I call scaffolding. Our body's own natural scaffolding. We've lost it. The muscle tone, the collagen, the natural firmness that gave us shape. It is quietly left over the years without even a goodbye note. And maybe we didn't even realise it. And this is why the unstructured, floaty, big, billowing clothes that the, oh, just wear something comfy brigade tell us to wear is working against us. And anybody who says that to you, they're public enemy number one. They're not doing you any favours. So for spring, I'm looking for structured linen. And the pieces I'm going to show you today are exactly that. And I've selected some items from Lintico. And I was absolutely delighted when Lintico approached me offering to sponsor this video because they do structured linen so well. Now for scale, I am 5'2". I am petite. So let's start with something you don't see me in very often. That's a dress, because I tend to wear those on special occasions or in the summer. I wear dresses a lot in the summer. So we're talking about summer, spring into summer here. So a dress I thought would be absolutely fabulous, because honestly, I do love dresses. They're just one and done and so easy to wear and style, aren't they? Easy to put on, you don't have to think about it. But you often see linen dresses unstructured, big, billowing, like a tent. But look at this one that I'm wearing here. It's got a slight waist emphasis. It's got shoulders. And I chose this because as a petite with a belly, it skims over and gives me the look of a waistline. And for those of us who've seen our waist become a victim of gravity over the years, a defined waist in a garment is key for us. It says there is shape here. There is a woman here. It's not just a fabric event. Look at my belly. I might feel 4 months pregnant, but do you see it in this dress? Not at all. Now, this dress would take you into the summer, but how could we wear it now in the spring? Well, we don't want a heavy, dark layer over this, but we might want some warmth. So what I would say is that a light merino cardigan or sweater would look fantastic, and a light colour. Unfortunately, I don't have one to show you, but if you have one in your wardrobe, that would be perfect with linen. So what we're looking for is a natural material texture mix. And if you're wondering, yes, it goes perfectly with a short denim jacket. Now here where I'm wearing the dress loose, I'm choosing to anchor it with a navy bead necklace. And of course, later on when the season gets a little bit warmer, we can use a linen jacket. So here I'm using a linen jacket, which I'll come on to later on, but also some little flat Mary Janes, which I'm seeing everywhere at the moment. And these are the sort of woven Mary Jane, ballet flat Mary Janes, which I am now a convert. Now mine have got some gold thread through, but you get the idea. Now this dress is not lined, and the website does recommend that you then use a slip underneath it. Now I love working with Lintico because they have linen for everyone, even petites like me, and it's not fast fashion. This is 100% European linen, heavyweight, structured, and unlike other materials, every time you wash it, it improves, it becomes softer. There's no bobbling with linen. Now this jacket comes in cranberry, it comes in navy, and also a neutral beige, as well as this lovely cool blue. On the website, this is called powder blue. It's the chambray colour. The cool blue is such a fashionable colour at the moment, and it suits us cool greys so well. And I'm not talking about the aliens, but I have to admit, I am a UAP buff, and I absolutely cannot wait to go to see Project Hail Mary at the cinema at the end of the month. I'm reading the book at the moment. I haven't quite finished it yet, but I am absolutely totally engaged in the book. Now tell me in the comments, I'd love to know if any of you are science fiction fans as well. But forget that, right, back to the topic, back to the jacket. Now I've been saying for a long time now that as we get older, and I said it earlier in the video, I'm sure I did, that we do need shoulders. We need structure in our clothes. And this jacket does give us that. We've got the defined shoulder here. I also adore this neckline, this sort of mandarin collar or Henley neckline here. And because a mandarin collar often comes with them with a V, a very important shape for making us look slimmer and taller. Now we can wear this as a blouse, as I'm doing here, or I could open it up, wear it over a little ribbed top or a tank top and some flared white jeans. So we've got a white column underneath it and this layered over the top. Maybe later on in the summer when it's a bit warmer, a complete linen look would be fabulous. So here I'm using some linen trousers that I got last year from Lintico, and I have worn these trousers so much. Can't wait for the weather to actually get warmer so I can wear them again. But this is a lovely, loose, coastal, casual vibe. Now let's get the elephant out of the room, shall we? Linen does crease. A steamer is your best friend, but quite frankly, the creasing that you achieve, yes, let's say achieve while you're out, is beneficial. It's what gives it that casual vibe. And for travelling, a little travel steamer will get the creases out in minutes before you leave the hotel room door. Please do subscribe. An awful lot of people watch my videos, but don't press that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, so please do it. And what you will get, well, it's a signal to me. Anne-Marie, keep going. I like the material. I want you to carry on. Let's build the channel. Let's give messaging to the brands. And do our bit for womankind. Share the videos to others you feel that may be interested in the channel. And those that have subscribed, thank you so much. Now let's come to an even more structured piece. This waistcoat called the Cosima. The structure of this makes it the anchor of an outfit. Now I picked it up in Optic White, which is so fresh for spring and summer. Now you'll notice that although it's a waistcoat, it's not the trending waistcoat that we've seen around for the last few years. This is a waistcoat that's absolutely classic. And because it's got structure, that's partially why it's going to be timeless. Now we could pair this with linen trousers for a casual lunch. But what do you notice? At my 5'2", I am cut in half, which is not an elongating proportion. And that's because I've got a colour block going on here. So what I've done for me is to add a belt which raises the eye line up to the belt rather than the bottom of the hem of the waistcoat, making the look more elongating. You'll notice the shoulders are puffed. So I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath, which actually softens that a little. A casual spring day, how about with some light wash jeans, wearing the waistcoat undone, using a tan belt, a nice ribbed vest underneath, tan belt adding some contrast, some depth to the look. Now how about in the summer for an evening out with some summer weight wide leg trousers. I think the fitted silhouette of the jacket creates a great look with a wide leg trouser, really lends itself to a wide leg trouser. And here in the summer we would just add black sandals. But for the spring it's black backless loafers. And have you heard the news? Backless loafers are a trend for the spring this year. Now, because I didn't want to break up the look of the waistcoat this time, I've used a white belt. Now, another look would be using some Optic White flared jeans. And the vibe here is very much high-end resort or old money. And here I can wear the look without a belt because I don't have a colour block effect going on. I'm just one long white column. Now, the underarm is quite loose, so I do like to wear a vest underneath this waistcoat. Now, it's worth you knowing that Lintico don't sell in stores. It is all direct, so there's no markup to middlemen, and that's helping to keep the prices reasonable. And I think you're going to want the discount code as well, and that will be in the description box, because of course there is a discount for you, so ladies, do use it. Now, one of the pieces that I absolutely adore from this collection is this Avaline shirt. It's a modern length with a collar and a curved hem. And just like the other pieces I've shown you, it's tailored, and that means we can use it as a blouse, shirt, or as a jacket. The curved hem here is our secret weapon. It breaks up that horizontal line across our abdomen and hips. Now, this is called Optic White, but to me it's more of a off-white, not a cream. An off-white that I believe suits me is all summer. For a casual look, I love it with light wash jeans, either tucked in, because yes, we can tuck this in with a high-waisted jean, or hanging loose. As we've got a curved hem and a short length, this is great for softening our midsection. And we're looking modern at the same time. It's doing that job of hiding our belly, if we're an apple shape and we've got a bit of a belly, and at the same time as making us look modern because it's a fashionable length. Now, I've swapped out the navy beads for white here because I know that many of you have bought these. I can tell you the blouse colour matches the beads perfectly. So for a cohesive and well put together look, you may well want the blouse to go with those beads now. But of course this blouse also goes perfectly with linen trousers as well later on in the season. Here I'm showing it undone, how I would wear it as a little jacket. And yet, although this is a double linen look, it has structure. Now, one of my favourite summer skirts is this sort of almost A-line, loose, midi length skirt, or very long midi on me at 5'2". But I thought this length skirt would look fabulous with this as a short jacket. So using a ribbed vest underneath and then the shirt worn as a jacket, I love this. Absolutely love it. This is so me. What I've got here is 3rd 2/3. This is the perfect proportion. I'll just make this comparison at here. The half and half I was talking about earlier on, the 3rd 2/3. Can you see the difference in proportions and how one is more lengthening than the other? I hope so. Any A-line skirt that's a midi will give you this look with this blouse. And of course it can be used as a cover-up over a summer dress as well. And so here I'm trying it on over the linen dress I tried earlier. So this will be a useful little blouse jacket to go over any summer dress for you. Now all these linen pieces will be listed in the description box along with the code for shopping to get your discount. As I said, use it. Now if you just found me, there's a whole library of videos. Enjoy.